Good evening, good afternoon, where it may be. My name is Miss Franklin, known as Gospel Lotus. I'm the founder and author of DW Psychic Reading. So I'm going to come forth and give you a free general psychic spiritual reading while I'm adjusted my camera. But anyway, so I just want to come forth and give you the general aspect of the forecast, whichever may be, whichever may come to you based upon your concern or circumstances of what you're going through. So at the beginning, I'm just going to give you a little bit of psychic reading. You have some type of spiritual attachment. You have somebody who's attached to you. This is somebody who's afraid of letting go. The reason why this person is afraid of letting go because they don't want to be held accountable to their responsibilities, and they actually want to use you as your liability and relying on you to take care of their responsibilities that they cannot take care of. Now, this could be dealing with baby mama, baby daddy drama, or this could be dealing with friends and benefits. And also, they do not want you to find out based upon what they're going through. Now, for those who are actually working with associates, your associations or your coworkers has, I'm not going to say hidden agendas, but also cruel intent. Okay? The saying that I'm actually followed by is do not judge based upon a person what they're doing in the streets because you do not know who you work with or you do not know who is close to you. Again, like the enemy is closer to you. Okay? So that's what I'm getting right now. So again, your coworker has the cruel intent. Use your discernment. Always have my disclaimers at the very beginning of my video, but use your discernment when you actually fall upon these readings. But yeah, your coworkers have the cruel intent, and not onto you, but also to anybody else. Okay, like I said from the very beginning, don't judge a person based upon the deals from the streets. Be mindful of the person that's close to you. Okay, I'm not trying to forewarn you as you need to keep an eye on them. Well, as you should, but also maintain focus when it comes to your job. All right. It is a possibility they are hired to be a snitch, to see that who is the bad fruit, to see that who's going to spread the word, or to see who is going to be the whistleblower. You probably know who that is, but there is somebody at your job that is being paid to be a snitch. Okay? Now, be mindful, be careful of your dealings. I did mention this, it's repetitive. When it comes to investment, when it comes to business, and also when it comes to hustling as well. You might be doing business or clubbing your business with somebody that is knowledgeable of what to do within the streets. Okay, but they are not good with connections. They connect with the wrong people. There's a possibility they could be connected with people that's against you. So be careful of that. So I'm going to go to my Oracle deck, which I have created for my company, DW Psychic Reading. But when it comes to that spiritual attachment, you need to get rid of it. You need to let it go. And the reason why you're latched onto that attachment, which is very toxic and codependent, because you are under the influence of codependency. So you need to be a person to let go of that toxic attachment. See? Let it go already. I don't know if you can see it. Let it go already. You are not listening. You are avoiding an open wound. Again, you're probably under the influence of codependency, bad habits. Whether this could be addiction, whether this could be excessive behavior, or whether you're probably under possession. Possession sometimes could be demonic, but also could be a person who's under demonic influence who's actually attaching on to you. that's caused you to be under demonic spirit as well too. Hypnosis. People have different type of hypnosis technique. Let me point that out. People have a different technique when it comes to hypnosis. Sometimes they can use sex. Okay? They can use sex for hypnosis. And sometimes it can be, through other techniques. You have people who are gifted when it comes to hypnosis, performing hypnosis, but it could be through sex. Okay, stop right here. Stop being scared of yourself. Stop being scared of the hidden power that's lying deep within you, but you need to keep it as a secret. I'm not saying that what you're using out of the norm, that's trending. I'm saying the other powers that you possess. Keep it as a secret and keep it hidden. But stop being scared of your own strength and your own power. You're scared of what? You are afraid of claiming your fate. I think it's time for you to use your power and a gift that will lead you towards your fate. Okay? Severance relationship. So this could be dealing with divorce. This could be dealing with affairs. Or maybe that you probably found out somebody who has hidden affairs that's probably led to divorce. Or you might be in a relationship with somebody who is actually going through a divorce, but you probably might find out they're actually currently going through affairs. You get this information from the divorcee, and the divorcee is probably telling you about the other side of themselves or the person that you're dealing with. Or you're probably finding out by yourself that this person that you're dating who is going through divorce is the cause of the divorce, or it's the main reason of divorce. It's not the other person. Again, you could take this person's story, but you have not taken the other person's side of their story in regards to their divorce. So somebody is telling you that the reason why they're going through this breakup, this divorce, because this person has other affairs. Quit adding unnecessary burdens onto yourself from unrequited love. So maybe that you're dealing with the irresponsibilities from this person, and they actually relying on you to be the accountability partner to take care of their irresponsibilities, or they're actually thinking about you taking care of their irresponsibilities. This could be children. This could be money. This could be bills. Since they're probably going through divorce, they expect you to pick up the pieces. Be careful of that. Be compassionate to your associates. Have a heart. Again, it's okay to be a team player. But going back to the message I said earlier, your co-workers have the cruel intent. Do I say go against them? I did not say go against them. But you do have to act like being a team player, and you do have to act a certain role within your job. Do not be the enemy because they try to get you as being the enemy. Do not be paranoid because they're trying to get you paranoid to make it seem as if they are the enemy. Play your role to keep that job. Even though this is not the job of your lifetime, no. I'm just saying keep the job that will help you financially in the meantime. But play your role. But yes, keep an eye out. Be aware, be alert. Okay? But play your role. Mahakali, you're under protection. Mahakali. Okay? She is a transformative rebirth and also the goddess of destruction. Rebirth. Dark Mother heals me from destruction and chaos. And she will protect you from destruction and chaos by your enemy. So you are under protection. It doesn't have to be Mahakali, but sometimes I use her for protection as well too. But any type of universal source that you go to is protecting you from this chaos. You want to see what you expect to happen. Don't do it. Do not do it. Because why? It will lead you to illusional. Don't do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Just to prove yourself that you're right, don't do it. It's a waste of time. Do not do it. If you know what it is, just play your role. Just play your role. Just be a worker, a good worker, and just play your role. Okay? So therefore, you will not be part of any destruction or a mishap or mayhem that somebody's trying to create within the environment. Mirror magic. Write your positive affirmations of yourself daily, recited and repeated 3 times or 4 times in front of the mirror. So, like I said, when you are in a toxic relationship, sometimes they will put you in doubt and make you feel less of yourself. To defeat that, write positive affirmation about yourself and what you love about yourself. Not what you dislike, it's what you love about yourself. So therefore, you'll come into a self-acceptance. And when you come to self-acceptance, therefore, you endure, enhancing the power within yourself. Be patient with others as they are willing to understand the concept of life. Or as you're willing to understand the concept of life. But yes, be patient with others. People are going through problems. People are going through issues to the point they will act out. They do not mean to put the frustration out on you, but just going through problems. So people will be acting emotional around this time, especially during Mercury retrograde. And yes, I think that the planet is in the line of Pisces. Forgive my messed up astrology aspect, but people are going to be emotional because they're not getting what they want. And certain things is not being aligned within their expectations. If you are a reader, you are going to have people that's going to contact you back and forth constantly because they expect something to happen in their future wishing for what you predicted. If it does not predict it at that time, they're going to ask you about that because it's not meant to happen to them at that time because they need to learn and understand why it doesn't happen at that time. So you as a reader, yeah, you are going to be hassled by your clients because they do not understand of being patient. Do not understand the philosophy of being patient. So therefore, you as a reader, you need to teach them and understand what it means to be patient. Okay? Become one with the universe. Follow your rhythm of life. Stop trying to be ahead like everybody else. If you're trying to be ahead of everybody else, you are missing out the opportunities for what you need to seek and what you need to gain when it comes to your own insight and your own wisdom about your own life. Stop trying to be ahead of everybody else because you're going to miss the answer that will help to make a resolution of the problem for what you're going through right now. Just be patient. Just be patient. Go with the flow. There's a reason why you need to go with the flow because it will come to you. You just got to wait on it. Unresolved conflict. One is not willing to compare due to the haughtiness. This comparison has caused you to be conflicted within yourself, or how you feel about yourself. It's causing confusions that you're comparing yourself to everybody else. Certain things happen to people at a certain time because it's meant to happen to them at a certain time, but not for you. Because there is something that's meant for you that's going to come to you at a certain time, but it's not meant to happen to you at this time. If you're rushing, therefore, you will get caught up into destruction, chaos, and mayhem. Because if you actually go into a phase that's not meant for you, it is going to be taken from you. Do not do that. Do not. Stay within your own flow. There's a reason why you stay within your own flow. Don't go against it. Please do not go against the universal clock. Do not. Last card. Investigate before you make an ass out of yourself. Dig deeper. Nobody's not going to get you. Nobody's not out to get you. Nobody. Even though that if people is trying to work some type of magic, even though I got the full moon right here, and I understand the solar eclipse is going to come about, but if somebody was to perform some type of magic out of you, it's out of hallucination. These are people who probably got mental issues at this point. And most of the time when they do stuff like this, they are actually hiding the fact and not understanding the truth of what they need to look at within themselves. And sometimes they're trying to portray that confusion and misery onto you because they do not understand themselves. But if you're willing to take the time to understand yourself, nothing will come to you. Nothing will harm you. No harm will come to you. That's what I meant to say. No harm will come to you when you start to acknowledge and understand yourself. These are the people who are triggering are the ones who does not know themselves, who does not accept themselves, who does not accept an identity, but they need a validation to accept their identity. But since you don't need a validation and knowing who you are, no harm will come to you. So again, you are already protected because you understand who you are and you realize the power which you possess. So the ones who actually try to place sex upon you are the ones who actually has mental issues too, who doesn't know how to become receptive to other people's emotions, that they do not know how to understand their emotions as well. They're emotionally conflicted, and possibly they're bipolar too. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's a possibility they're bipolar too. So the people who put a hex upon you, they're bipolar. You will be surprised. You will be surprised. And even though you think that, oh, it's a practitioner, it's somebody who is into meditation, a yoga guru, they got mental issues too. They're not perfect as you. Yeah, they got mental issues too. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised. Okay. Let me go to the fortune teller. And if you heard that buzz in the background, that's my phone going off. This is the Lions card, and it came out reversed. So yes, there is a severance relationship going on. This could be, separation, divorce. It's separation, divorce, or no truth whatsoever. Now sometimes it doesn't have to deal with relationship, but yeah, it can be with the reverse King of Hearts. Somebody who is dishonest, somebody who is not loyal, somebody who is not faithful, somebody who does not like commitment. Okay? And somebody who is not willing to keep their promise. If this is dealing with business, keep your documentations. Be careful of signing documentations around this time of contracts as well, because there are people who are going against their word. And the reason why they are going against the word is because of money issues and money problems, and they're not going to tell you why they are going against their word. So please be mindful, careful of signing documentations around this time, because people are not going to keep their word. I'm actually getting it could be a peace treaty broken, or somebody is actually going against a peace treaty. It's like a betrayal. A huge betrayal is going to happen. Why is she reversed? Ladies, you have to be careful who you give your money to around this time. I don't know whether it's if you actually give your money to keep a man in a relationship or trying to keep a man in a relationship, but that's not going to last long, because in a minute you are going to face financial issues along with him. So be mindful, careful who you give your money to, ladies, okay? And right now, I'm actually getting as if they rather that you're upset because of the fact that you're worried about your finances too. But it's all about who you give your money to. That's why your finance is the way it is, because you actually give your money to the wrong person. Why are you allowing this man to come into your place, your apartment, your home, your whatever you want to call it. Why are you allowing this man to come into your place and you know that he is untrustworthy? You are sleeping with somebody who is actually counting your money. You are sleeping with somebody who's going through your purse. You are sleeping with somebody who's actually going through your laptop. Who is actually looking at your business calendar, who's actually looking at your templates, and who's actually looking at your planner, business calendar, planner, same thing, but also your accounts as well. There is somebody who is digging in your accounts, but this is somebody who is very close to you, where this could be a lover, where this could be acquaintance, or somebody with friends and benefits. You are sleeping with somebody who has access to your money without your permission. Or you just giving your money to somebody who's actually just try to run you dry. Basically, ladies, you're sleeping with a thief. Let me just say it, you're sleeping with a thief. Could be a one night stand or somebody who's just writing you out financially. You're probably dealing with somebody who's going. This is why you don't date with somebody who's going through a breakup, because they'll put their emotional baggage onto you. They will use you as an accountability partner, okay? They will ask money when it comes to gas, car, going to the doctor. But most of the time, they're actually using that money for their kids and education. And then you thinking to yourself, like, why won't you just ask me that? Oh, yeah, because he will come back and ask you more money for his kids, to take care of his kids. And let's just say that if you just graduated and become a nurse, he's probably going to take advantage of that and thinking that since you're making more money, you're the breadwinner, that you want to take care of him and the kids. This is somebody who's going to run you dry like he did with his last partner. Not only this could be money, but also this could be an energy vampire too. My readers, you're probably sleeping with somebody who's taking up your sacral chakra, who is manipulating your root chakra but taking up your sacral chakra, and that's why your creativity is being blocked, because you're riding on somebody who does not give you the energy back in return. And yes, he can use you sexually too. I don't care what you look like, but this is somebody who manipulates your energy and your sacral chakra as well too. You must be dealing with a liar. Again, you have not heard the person's other side of the story when it comes to this divorce. You must be dealing with a liar. And now you found out that you're dealing with a liar. And he making you wait. All the nights that he promised that he was going to take you out, he making you wait because he's out with somebody else. So I have reversals. I have a message. I have message in reverse. And I have money in reverse. And I have soldier in reverse. And I have sad news in reverse. I have different scenarios. I have lightning in reverse. And I have thief in reverse. And I have falseness in reverse. There's some things that you're not going to find out because it's going to cause you to have a heartbreak. It's going to make you upset. This is something that you already know. This is something that you do not want to know. Somebody has been giving you funny money. I'm going to tell you that right now. Somebody has been giving you funny money. Somebody probably has been giving you money that does not exist. And that's why your money or your funds has been taken out very slowly from any type of financial or monetary apps. Because these are funds that has been taken out or being overdraft or withdrawn from an account that does not exist. Somebody gave you a blank check. This could be somebody from the military. Somebody has given you dysfunctional funds. Whether you have been dealing business with them and they had trying to make transactions to you, but this money does not exist. You are not going to find out directly from this person, but you probably might find out from a financial institution. You're not going to know based upon this person for who or she really is, but this person is a scammer and a con artist. Do they work in the military? It's a possibility they work in the military, but they know people that work in the military who's also a scammer and a con artist too, who actually gives dysfunctional funds that does not exist. Now, you're probably waiting on these funds for bills. Yeah, for bills. I'm just going to say that, for bills. There is a reason why you're waiting for these funds, because for bills. Well, all of a sudden you find out that it's been taken from you because it does not exist. These funds does not exist. These funds has been overdrafted from an account that does not exist. That's why these funds is actually being taken from a financial institution or app. They're probably going to give you an email, a letter in regards of you have been making transaction from misleading finance or misleading accounting. And they're going to make it sound like as if that these funds does not exist within this account. And you're going to say, well, how is that so since this transaction was going to go through? Because it came from a zero balance account. It came from a zero balance account. It was overdraft. Therefore, the financial institution is going to take it from you. Because you're not supposed to have that money from an empty account. Most likely, they take money from the bank without the bank's permission. They did not go through illegal procedures in getting money from the bank. They're supposed to get a loan from the bank in order to do that, but they didn't. So you actually are getting misleading funds. Just you gotta be careful of dealing money with people regardlessly around this time, because they are not going to give you they're not going to give you the actuality funds. They're not. Because most likely I'm actually getting as if that they're actually taking money or loaning. They're actually getting money from people that's being loaned from other people, but these people expect to get paid back, or they expect this person to pay them back the money. So what you are receiving is desperate money around this time. Be mindful, be careful of not getting genuine money. Okay? Because these are not genuine funds. You are not receiving genuine funds. You are receiving desperate funds. Okay? You are receiving desperate funds. Desperate funds leads into deprivation, and also can be easily taken away just like that. Desperate funds is not good funds. Desperate funds is not good money. Desperate fund is funny money. Well, how can I tell? How can I tell? How can I tell if I'm seeing the right type of funds? You can tell. You can tell. Once that money is in your account, it'll be gone the next day. That's not good funds. Once that money goes into your account, it'll be gone the next day. Trust me, that's not good money. Good money will be gone just like that. Okay? If you have a certain type of relationship when it comes to money, you know the difference between good money and bad money. Alright? I have here the dog and I have her in a meeting. Be mindfully careful of misleading words and misleading guidance. If you know that something's not right when somebody's conducting a meeting, you can put your 2 cents in it, but make sure you do it professionally, okay? And also make sure that you do it as is knowledgeable, so people could comprehend and understand based upon of you, backing up your statements or your arguments or debate to make it more knowledgeable so everybody else could understand that's related to a topic. Do not make it sound like as if it's outside the topic. Make sure it's relatable within the topic. But I'm actually going to zip that if you're having a meeting with a manager or a supervisor, it's going to be misleading. It is going to be misleading. Like they're actually giving misinformation. Okay? But if that's the case, make sure that you are giving statements or debates that's relatable to the topic, and make sure that it is knowledgeable as well too. Okay? When it comes to traveling, just be careful. I'm just gonna say mask up, have some hand sanitizer, just be health cautious, just be safe, take your vitamins if you are actually going to travel around this time, because I know that it's going to be probably some CDC, if I'm saying that right, awareness, but just use health precautions when you travel. I'm just going to say that. Just use health precautions when you travel, okay? Do not get invited to a party that you're not invited. Please don't. Just please don't. Arrange your own party, but do not get invited to a party that you're not invited, because it will lead on to drama. And also, somebody might use you as third wheel. If you are in a relationship with somebody that just came from a breakup or relationship, somebody's going to use you as a third wheel. What I'm saying is that it's a possibility that they're going to link up with somebody else while you're hanging out with them. You probably don't see it, but then you will see the signs. You will see some red flags. Yeah, it's going to be one-sided. This relationship, this conversation that you're going to have with this individual when you actually go out, that you're going to see who they really are, it's going to be one-sided. They're going to try to gaslight you to make it seem as if that you're crazy, that you're delusional, that whatever you saw, that you're just making it up. No, it is what it is, that there was messing around with this person, that they're associated, they're talking to, and also they're inviting them to this hangout too. Hell no. Excuse my language, but hell no. So there is somebody who's going to come to you from the past that you probably know, that somebody could be like a close friend to you or a close companion to you, or actually don't want to be a close companion to you because they actually want to know of how you're doing, how you been. Somebody might ask you out to a coffee date, or y'all probably might have like a lunch date or a little mini lunch date, because it might be in between their job. So you might meet up with this person or arrange this date between their job. But someone wants to, ask to see how you're doing, if everything is okay. And they probably want to let you know about their health or the status of their health, to see that you want to break down the ice, so therefore they can catch up on your well-being as well too. But this is somebody who actually wants to talk to you. Now, depending upon this connection, somebody might be thinking about taking you to a rendezvous, or actually might take it to a step further when it comes to this friendship. It might lead on to a relationship. But just get to know this individual that's going to come around. This is somebody from your childhood. This is somebody that you know from your childhood. And they apologize for the fact they kept you waiting. You probably might have met this person from church or from a sacred organization. Now, this could be somebody who probably was a preacher or who has been doing ministry or still think about doing ministry. But around this time, I would say respect your temple. Please respect your temple. Around this time, respect your temple. If you do a protection spell on a man, it's not working. And the reason why it's not working because it's not meant for him. This man does not have a good intent for you. That's why it's not working. If you perform a protection spell on this man, it's not meant for this man because he doesn't have a good intent for you. Stop wasting your spells. Stop wasting your gifts and talents on people who does not have good intentions for you. Stop doing that. Please. When I said, what do you mean by gifts? What do you mean by gifts? What do you mean by gifts? Healing people, for one. Let's make that for example of how you heal people, how you consult people, how you help people in solving their problems and issues, but they have done nothing for you. They're taking advantage of you. If people have not done enough for you, they are taking advantage of you. Stop doing that. Stop utilizing your energy to people who has not done anything for you. Stop doing that. Okay? Somebody is coming in. This could be a lady, I would say in the 60s or 50s, who's actually going to come in and give you some opportunity, or somebody's looking back and giving you opportunity. So this could be dealing with a job. When I see a good lady, this could be dealing with a job or a job you used to work for, or this is one of your previous employers. But if you are currently working underneath a female employer, she's probably thinking about giving you a promotion. Or this is somebody who also is a female employer thinking about hiring you. Okay? But I do see that good health is coming in as long as you stay secure within yourself and respect your temple. Maybe it's time for you to do some type of sacred ritual when it comes to respecting divine femininity on Easter. Ladies, maybe it's time for you to do a sacred ritual when it comes on Easter and respecting your divine femininity. Ladies, okay? There's something that you need to know, and there's something that needs to reveal to you when you do a sacred ritual on Easter. Okay? Be careful of a snitch. Your friend, your best friend, your girlfriend, whoever this is, is probably telling people about your business. Please stop telling people about your business because this person's have good in heart. This could be a friend who probably just came from a breakup, who's probably just the fact of your marital status, if you're single and you're happy, but she's probably telling people about your personal business in regards to what you do in your personal life. So please do not tell people about telling people your personal business at all. Stop doing that. Somebody who's trying to be your friend was really not your friend, wants to know everything about you. Don't tell everything about don't tell people about you. Don't tell people about what you do in your personal life. You keep that to yourself. That's between you and your journal. Okay? You don't tell people about your personal business. Don't do that. Because somebody's trying to relive your life. Three cards. Still got this preacher, this priest. Maybe one of y'all needs to start confessing your sins. Maybe it's time for y'all to confess y'all sins. Maybe it's time for you to visit a priest to confess your sins. Or do some type of exorcism work. Or maybe it's time for y'all to go to classes to study and being a shaman. This could be something that you need to find out within your childhood, or maybe that you need to be more in touch within your childhood by going to a destination that you always want to go to. Okay? So, yeah, I think it's time for you to be more in touch with what you always want to do in your childhood. Well, what you always want to do as a child. Use that as a positive distraction. Reliving a dream, reliving a moment. It's never too late to relive your dream or relive in a moment. Never too late. So I have here is the cloud, the bouquet, and the marriage card. If you are thinking about proposal or marriage, it's the reason why it's not happening, because you're probably dealing with a person who does not want to be a commitment, who's not ready to be a commitment, and he's afraid of telling you, or she's afraid to tell you that she does not want to be commitment. Or maybe that you are aware that the individual that you propose to does not want to be married because they're not ready to be in a committed relationship. Because they are so accustomed in living in their bachelor or bachelorette life that they're not ready to share a life with you or to be with you all the time. There's some positive change coming in, but the reason why it's in a delay because there's something that you need to know and find out around this time for what you've been overlooked. But whatever that you have been overlooking is going to be revealed to you shortly. Okay? It's going to reveal to you shortly. Okay. I'm going to use the Conjuring cards. I need to give us some more in depth in regards of what's going on within the universe or what's around us. Somebody has butterfingers. Somebody has butterfingers. Somebody has butterfingers, whether somebody is actually like to play with your money or whether somebody is actually asking you for money but not telling you why they need your money. You're dealing with somebody who likes to gamble. You're dealing with somebody who actually uses your money to go on short trips. Or not on short trips, but also you're dealing with somebody who's actually taking care of personal business overnight. Your money is changed because you're giving your money to the wrong person in the wrong hand. That's why your money is funny, honey. Because you're giving your money to the wrong person in the wrong hand. Not only that you're giving your money to the person, but the person who's living with you is affecting your money. Yes. The person that's currently living with you is affecting your money. Based upon their lifestyle, based upon what they do, based upon their attitude, based upon the meter. It's affecting your money and affecting you. Of course, they're not going to tell you what they're doing with their money. Of course, they're not going to tell you how they're spending your money, but eventually you're going to find out because, wow, you're going to be your own private eye. Don't say that if I didn't tell you, but you are going to be your own private eye because you're going to end up searching, you're going to end up lurking of how they're spending their money. Would it be disappointing? Yes, it will be disappointing. You will be upset. You will be upset, but not disheartening, but you would be upset. But I'm just going to say this: do not be the one that's going behind bars. Don't do it. Do not do it, because a person with a broken heart will make a person feel more miserable than them. Don't do it. It's not even worth it. When I say that you do not wear the people who has a cruel intent, there's people who has a cruel intent. You probably ain't dealing with somebody who actually like to sleep around. You probably dealing with somebody who is actually a predator, or who has predatorial tendencies. Even if they had kids, but they still have tendencies. That they have a tendency to lurk on younger females. They look to be like little girls. You might be dealing with somebody who's a fire sign, which could be a Leo, somebody who is very traditional, somebody who idolizes Jesus Christ, and also somebody who's going to make sacrifice for everybody else. But he's not aware that he has predator tendencies like his associates. That he is attracted to the vulnerable, that he's attracted to the weak, and he's attracted to younger females that looks like little girls. He cannot help himself with these type of deceptions behavior because of the fact that he's more upset that he's not willing to let go of the anger that he has towards women when it comes to his mother, because his mother hasn't taken advantage of him emotionally and also neglected him emotionally, that she did not even give him the type of nurture that he deserved as being her son. Okay? She wants the attention that he needs from a mother, so therefore he's going to get certain attention that he did not get from a mother from other females. But it's kind of funny that he was expected to get it from younger females, because older females don't give him the play. But the younger females do. The ones who don't even know any better when it comes to dealing with a guy who actually manipulates them to get what he wants in the meantime. You dealing with somebody that actually goes in and out of your bedroom too. I'm just going to leave it like that. But let's just say that the history that he has when it comes to sex leads on to his appetite when it comes to sex. That could be very obscenic in a way. But you have somebody who actually goes in and out your bedroom because he's not satisfied, because he needs something that satisfies his sexual appetite in a scenic way. Now, not only that it's going to be dealing with a fire sign person who has predator sense, but maybe that you're dealing with somebody who actually likes to take advantage of you, my dear Leo men, who actually use you for sex and riding you out for sex, but not only for sex, but also for money, who is also betraying you as your idol, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're dealing with somebody that who you think is faithful, who you think is loyal, who you think is a friend to you, but also is betraying you as well. Who's actually telling everybody what you do behind closed doors. Just because of the fact the person idolizes or has the same faith as you, that you think they're good, they're not. And you know they're not. But you thinking they did not do this to you, yet again, they are. This could be someone who's younger than you. This could be someone who's 6 or 2 years younger than you who's doing this to you. Or rather that you're probably dealing with someone who is 6 and 2 years older than you. My dear Leo. But yeah, you are dealing with somebody who is taking advantage of you and who is humiliating you publicly. This is somebody who is actually making mockery out of your masculinity too, just because of the fact they're not getting for what they want out of you. My dear Leo man. I'm sorry, this is personal. It is very personal. But when it comes to people who has cruel intentions, like I said, when it comes to your coworkers, there are some things that you do not know about your coworkers. You probably might deal with coworkers who actually like to swing, even though they're married, but they still like to swing. And sometimes they do this out of money, or they're actually doing this just to get money. Will drugs be involved? Of course drugs will be involved. They have to use drugs just to get involved and do such activities. Yeah, you be be wild to find out that your coworkers is doing as such. Going to sex parties. Sniffing. Puffing, God knows what they doing just to have sex with different people. Do they like do this? No, they don't. Even though they think it's fun, but most of the time it's not fun all the time. It's exhausting. Be careful of arguments in the home. That's what I'm getting right now. I'm actually going to be careful of arguments within the home. You're probably going to find out a water sign, Leo, Scorpio, Cancer. Well, I said Leo, Scorpio. You probably might deal with a Scorpio that has a Leo in the chart. That's actually trying to run away from irresponsibilities. This is somebody who's trying to run away from a pregnancy. Or actually run away and take care of responsibility when it comes to a pregnancy. You're dealing with a water sign man who's actually is running away from a pregnancy or taking care of a pregnancy. Be mindful, be careful of that. If you are dating somebody and he's not telling you what's really going on when it comes to his side, his side of the story, when the other relationship, he is running away from a pregnancy. Okay? He's probably not telling you that he got somebody pregnant, or he's probably not telling you that his intermediate family member or his wife or whoever that he's dealing with in the intermediate family is pregnant. So you're probably dealing with somebody who is trying to run away from pregnancy. And this is not going to be very promising. If you think this relationship is going to be promising, it's not going to be very promising at all. Because it's going to be, you are probably going to be in a relationship that's full of lies. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is going to be full of lies and treachery. It is up to you whether you need to walk away from this relationship or not, because again, you are going to have. Is there such thing as loose gums? No, it's not. Somebody's gonna tell you all lies. Somebody's not gonna be truthful, and somebody's not gonna be telling you everything what's really going on when it comes to this relationship that you have with this individual. They're actually hiding affairs from you. They're actually hiding sexual escapades from you, telling you that they're going through trips, telling you they're going to perform in trips. They're not telling you everything. Now, most cases, I would say generally, have your statements, because you're dealing with somebody who's probably trying to lie on you to make it seem as if you're breaking code of conduct, but you're not. Okay? I did mention that somebody's hired to be a snitch. Just watch your back, just watch out, but just play your role as a coworker. Just play your role as a coworker, okay? But get your statements together. But there is somebody who has a hidden agenda, who's probably going to tell somebody in regards to what you did, but you didn't do it. Somebody's probably trying to lie on you. Just have your statements together, okay? They're doing this out of spite. They're doing this out of jealousy. But I'm actually getting as if that you have somebody who's an employer or is over an employer who has your back. Who really has your back. Yeah, you actually have somebody who's watching over you, even though that this could be the physical person, but spiritually, you do have a guy that's going to watch you, is protecting you from any type of mayhem or mishap that somebody's trying to cause out of jealousy and out of spitefulness, okay? But there's somebody that's like a nurturing spirit you have around you that's watching over you. This could be your grandmother. But be careful. Be very, very careful, because there is somebody who is actually watching you. I don't know who this is, but this is somebody who probably has a history of being abducted as a child or has been neglected as a child and has raised in an abusive home. Be very, very careful. So, the people who's watching you, this is the one who actually likes to smoke and take so many breaks at the job. And he actually just likes to go around doing his rounds and just watching people. And he knows to be like the boss favorite. Okay? Now this is somebody who probably has like a toothpick, or this is somebody who actually just takes so many smoke breaks. But just keep your eye on him. Okay, because not only that you watching him, but he's watching you. You do have another female too who actually is connected to him as well too. She could also be a snitch as well too, but she tends to exaggerate things, trying to make it worse for you, trying to make it seem as if that you're at fault, but you're not. But I did say that you do have a nurturing spirit who is watching you and who is protecting you from people who is actually trying to make false accusations of you. Okay? But if that was the case, this spirit is actually talking to the sub-supervisor or who is over the supervisor and let them know that you are not the problem, but the one who's trying to make you the problem are the problem. But yeah, you will be victorious. But just slow down. Just slow down, okay? Stop trying to compete like everybody else and stop trying to compare yourself like everybody else. Just slow down. Alright, let me just go to tarot. Oh, goodness gracious. If you are like in a relationship, somebody that's not being sincere or somebody does not want to keep their promise, and the reason why they do not want to keep their promise is because they're being frustrated based upon their previous relationship, or they're actually being taunted by their previous relationship, or they're actually being taunted by their previous partner. Are they still talking to their partner? Yes, they are talking to their partner. This could be a jealous ex, where that you probably being stalked by a jealous ex and they're being stalked by their jealous ex. Okay. And they're not giving you any rest whatsoever at all. But you need to let go of this person. You need to let go of this person. But I don't want to say this up to you to let go of this person, but you do need to let go of this person for your well-being and health. You need to let go of this person just to keep your sanity at peace. You need to let go of this person. You do. You need to let go of this person. And even though that you are afraid that they might harass you once you release them, but I think that you do need to do a police report, or you need to have some type of evidence to prove why you need a restraining order on that person, okay? Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. I'm just saying these zodiac signs, you probably might deal with them, or they probably have a zodiac sign within their natal chart. You're dealing with somebody who is within these zodiac signs. I don't know why these cards keep on falling, and I have to go down and pick them up. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, something that you're not letting go. You need to let it go. You do. You need to let it go if you want to go through this process, if you want to go through this change. But it's a death card reverse because you're going through repetitive cycle. You're repeating toxic cycles. You are repeating toxic cycles within this relationship. You are actually going. You're actually going to dance the tears. You're circling around within this relationship because you are repeating the same cycles within this relationship. And I have here is a hermit. Therefore, you need to take a deeper look within of why you are in this relationship, because you're not seeing what needs to be released in this relationship. You're not seeing. And the reason why you're probably in this relationship with this individual because they are a mirror image of you, of what you're afraid of letting go, of what you're afraid of detaching. Maybe it's time for you to confront your fears, understanding what you need to let go and what you need to confront. Okay? Or maybe that's the reason why you're attached to this person, because yes, they could be a karmic partner, because it's probably going to help you to learn of you detaching from something that is not good for you or not healthy for you. And confronting your fears that's affecting you mentally and psychologically. Five of Cups. But it's reversed because both of y'all is in self-denial. But this attachment, codependent attachment, is actually leading you into self-denial. And I have the Magician in reverse. What do I say? In order for you to build that protective shell around you, is becoming knowledge within the power within you and acknowledging yourself. But since you are in this codependency relationship, you're not acknowledging yourself and not valuing yourself or respecting yourself. And I have here is the Queen of Chalice. You're diminishing your health because of the fact of you are ignoring your emotions when it comes to this relationship, because you're not getting any receptivity within this relationship whatsoever. And the reason why the person is not being receptive to your emotional needs is because they are ashamed of themselves for who they are and accept them for who they are, but not willing to heal themselves and let it go, the toxic side of themselves. which influence you to be more codependent to them. But again, like I said, the individual is your karmic partner because they are trying to help you to learn and letting go and detaching that codependency behavior that you have been avoiding. So I have here the Eight of Pentacles, the Fool, the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, but the High Priestess reversed, and the Four of Wands. Once you start to let go of this codependent behavior, you are actually breaking away from stagnation. This stagnation is actually causing a blockage of opportunity that's coming in to you when it comes to career. You will receive opportunities once you let go of this codependent behavior. But if you are going to have these opportunities, you have to work on this codependent behavior. So therefore, you will not tend to express this codependent behavior onto other people as well when you are going into this new environment or this new job. What do I mean about codependent behavior? I'm talking about paranoia. I'm talking about insecure behavior, as in thinking that people are talking about you, or people are scrutinizing you, or people are criticizing you. Normally this happens when you are scrutinizing yourself and criticizing yourself. Because when people start to pick that up for you, therefore they are actually going to betray that type of perception of yourself onto you, of how you perceive yourself. So that's why I said it is best for you to work on that codependent behavior, so therefore you will not continue as I was saying. Going back for what I'm trying to say. Be careful of having an insecure perception of yourself, because therefore people would tend to betray of how you think of yourself, especially within your work environment. So if you do not want people to think of you as such, of having that insecure perception of what you're actually picking up from that relationship dynamic that you're currently in, you have to correct that. Therefore, you got to detach from it. And being detached from it, you have to let that go. Let it go, and knowing that's something that is toxic. You got to release from it. Because what you're doing in that relationship is you're repeating the same negative pattern from your old relationship. That's why you're attached to that relationship, because you are not willing to let go of the negative pattern from what you experienced from your previous relationship. You have opportunity that's coming in. You have a new job that's coming in. But what you need to realize is, when you get in this job, you need to have a new attitude. In order for you to have that new positive attitude, you got to detach yourself from that negative pattern. I know this sounds personal, but this is dealing with a relationship. That you are thriving off a relationship with codependent behavior. You dealing with somebody who is not willing to let go of that codependent behavior, because they live off of that codependent behavior from their previous relationship. And now you are attaching yourself from that same codependent behavior for what they experienced in that last relationship. If you're not attached with this individual, but y'all living together, y'all still in the same influence from that previous relationship, because y'all share the same space. When y'all share the same space, you are sharing the same energy, and therefore it's a possibility y'all could be exchanging that same energy. So if you want to grasp on to this new opportunity and you want to keep this new opportunity, you've got to have a different attitude. And in order for you to have that different attitude is that you need to let go of that negative pattern that you keep repeating in that relationship. You got to let that go. You got to let it go. Going back again, even though that if you have this opportunity while you still let you on that relationship, you will still have that negative mental. You think that you're not, but you will. Because whatever that you might experience within that relationship with that person is going to make you to feel the same way as when you go to this job. You do not have the time to keep battling. You do not have the time to keep confronting. You do not have the time to keep standing up and defending yourself from an individual who does not take the time to heal themselves. Stop being with an enabler that's trying to make you as an enabler. Because what that person is doing is make you become an enabler within your job too. You got to make that call. You got to make that call. You got to make that call. Can't even do this spread. I know this is personal. I meant to be general, but this is personal. Apologize. They call it a spiritual birth. And there is a fire sign woman that's interfering within this relationship as well too. A spade is a spade. Is there something that I need to know? Is it something that you have already done? Or is there something I need to know? A spade is a spade. Is there something I need to know? Not only that she's interested in this relationship, but were you the interference in this relationship? And this is why this happened, and this is why you're not willing to let go of this codependent behavior, because of the fact that you played part of it too? Well, in order for you to change that pattern, you need to let go of it. Because you don't want to get caught in the crossfire. If you know what I mean. What did I just say? Like, for my last reading, do not spray yourself thin. Be mindful, careful not to take other people's load. Yeah, stop trying to play as a superhero. Stop trying to be a superwoman, because it's not going to work. Basically, they're going to take your kindness for weakness. Stop doing that. I'm not just saying just being mean. I'm not, you need to be more assertive with yourself. You need to start putting your foot down and also maintain boundaries. Yes, you need to start obtaining boundaries. You need to start, maintaining your boundaries, okay? You can't save people all the time. They can't save themselves. whoever this person is actually driving you crazy. It's actually driving you wild, and to the point you can't even get some sleep. This person does not want you to sleep. This person does not want you to get any peace because of the fact of what they're going through. This could be somebody that you're dealing with. This could be a friend. This could be an associate, or this could be somebody that you're currently in a relationship with, who actually use you as accountability partner. Not a love partner, but accountability partner. Somebody who wants you to take care of his responsibility or their responsibilities. What did I just say? Put your foot down. Start making some boundaries. And if you're living with that individual, you're still going to be an accountable partner because y'all sharing the same space. If y'all sharing the same space, y'all still exchanging energy. The world. I'm trying to make it general, but this is probably going to be general. There's a reason why that you are actually staying where you are, because it's not time for you to relocate. I mean, even though that people said it's time for you to move, but it's not time for you to relocate because you're actually going to miss out something for what you need to know that's dealing with you. That's actually going to give you the missing puzzle when it comes to you dealing with your own case, you dealing with your own circumstances, and you dealing with your own problems about you. I'm talking about mentally, I'm talking about psychologically, or how it's affecting you psychologically. That's why you're still at that place, because it's dealing with you. There's something that you need to know about you. So, like I said, everything is actually at a standstill at this time because there are some things that needs to be revealed in regards to what's really going on behind the scenes. There could be some type of hidden discrepancy that's going on within the job, within the workplace, or within the type of circumstance or situation of what you're going through. Somebody is really not telling you all the tea. I do not know why that started coming in, but you're probably going to get some type of tea in regards to the people who's trying to put you in the forefront, trying to make it seem that is it that you're at fault, but you're not. But you're going to find out that they're at fault. This could be dealing with a single mother who's probably going through some type of legal issues. And this single mother who's probably going through some type of legal issue is actually taking the heat out on you. Okay? Be mindful, be careful when it comes to your role at your job. Just stay focused. Do not get any argumentation with this individual. You know who it is. But this single mother is on a prowl and trying to make other people miserable because of the fact that she is miserable. This could be dealing with custody of her children. This could be dealing with the care of her children. Or this could be dealing with her children. They're probably teenagers. She probably found out that her daughter is probably using her body for money. And her son is part from drug trafficking at school, or is probably helping somebody in selling drugs, or she probably found out that her son was being initiated to a gang. Again, certain things not meant to happen as it should, as you want it when it comes to a new job. The reason why that you're not at that job is because of the fact you probably found out that the manager is not being a really good manager, or maybe they're doing some of the illegal activities within that management. So that's the reason why that you're not within that management or that enterprise as well. If you feel as if that you're not ready to be at a place where you need to be, there's a reason why you feel that way, because there's something that you probably do not know what's going on, but you know what's really going on. So there's a reason why you felt the need that you do not want to be part of that environment, do not want to be part of that group, because there's something that you do not know about that group. Whether it could be some type of hate, whether it could be some type of racism, or whether it could be some type of discrimination. I'm actually getting hidden discrimination behavior. So there's a reason why that you're not at that place, because you're not feeling the vibe. Stay within that gut feeling, because that could be the main reason why. Somebody who portrayed himself as the person who gets along with everybody, but truly they're not. This is somebody who actually likes certain people within their group. Is it deal with racism? Yes, it can be. Is it deal with discrimination? Yes, it can be. Are you going to find out? I'll give it to you in June, July. And it's a possibility that she probably giving money out of her business account to somebody else. So she's not saving money in this business account, but she's giving her money into somebody else. So she's mishandling money in the business account when it comes to this enterprise. Don't worry. When it's your time to move, it's your time to move. But the reason why that you're still there, because you need to know the truth that's going on for where you are. And you thinking that you're the problem? Oh, you're not the problem. You're going to see who is the problem. Let me pull the oracle card at the end. But let me just pull the villain card just to be more specific in regards of who we need to know that is the villain that we're dealing in this reading. Okay? I would like to know. I would like to know. I would like to know who is the villain of this ruling. I would like to know. So we have here Captain Hook. I love Captain Hook because Captain Hook, he is so obvious. He is so obvious. He is a man with a lost soul. He is a man who did not have a childhood. He is a man who grew up in a rough life. Okay? Who probably did not have a good relationship with his father, even though if he did, but he did not have a good childhood. That's the reason why that he's taunted Peter Pan, and that's the reason why he is jealous of Peter Pan, because of the fact that he's not in touch with a boy deep inside within himself. But yet, this is somebody who is greedy. This is somebody who likes to steal people's pride and joy. This is somebody who actually likes to manipulate people. Most of the times, he would tend to use monetary gains to lure people in, but he tends to make false promises. Yes, he tends to make false promises. Is he into robbery? Yes, he is. But he tends to steal people's joy. So, you might be dealing with somebody who is greedy. You might be dealing with somebody who is a thief. You might be dealing with somebody who actually likes to give you false promises. So that could be the villain that I'm talking about within this reading. This could be dealing with somebody within your relationship. This could be dealing with somebody at your job who has the same characteristics as Captain Hook. With the number card 6, he probably has other people that works beside him. 6 people that works beside him, and you know who they are. And he doesn't work by himself. When it comes to relationship, you're dealing with somebody who gives you false promises. You're dealing with somebody who actually just steals your joy. You're dealing with somebody who gaslights you all the time. When it comes to your job, you're dealing with somebody who gives you false promises. You're dealing with somebody who takes bribery. Sometimes it doesn't have to be money. It could be gifts. It could be gifts. It could be baked goods, as in somebody could bake them a cake, bake them cookies, bake them snacks. Just to give them some type of offers or just to give them some type of slacks. Bribery. So it doesn't have to be the funds. It could be goods, but it doesn't have to be the funds all the time. And most likely this is somebody who actually likes to lie all the time too. Now, not only this could be your boss, but this could be your co-workers too, who probably has a personality and characteristics of Captain Hook. Again, you're probably dealing with somebody who's not in close with their childhood. And somebody who's probably jealous of you too. And is trying to steal your pride and does not want you to be happy all the time. Oh yeah, they could be giggity all the time. Quagmire. They could be Quagmire all the time too. Yeah, they could be very Quagmire. I'm not talking about Quagmire Family Guy. There's a such word as a Quagmire. Look it up. But yeah, they could be very Quagmire all the time because they do not want you to know who they really are. It's a mask they put on every day. It's a mask they put on every day. Okay? So yeah, watch out for that person. So your villain is Captain Hook. Do not let it be the salted assistant. I forgot his name. Damn, from Aladdin. Don't let it be him. Don't let it be him. Oh shit! Do not let it be him. Because if it was him, you're dealing with somebody who practiced voodoo and black magic. Let me get the oracle for this reading. The Salted Magician. He was the Salted Magician, but that's somebody who practiced black magic. If you want to call it black magic, but it's not black magic. But if you want, that's somebody who practiced woodwork. You probably have somebody in your job that practice woodwork, or actually go to somebody who practice woodwork. Control. This is my favorite card. This is all about having self-control within yourself and having self-control within yourself and gaining insight within yourself and stop misleading yourself or misguiding yourself based upon exaggeration, based upon hallucination, based upon insecure thoughts and doubting. When I have this card, this is telling you that you need to start having inner work within yourself and doing reflection work upon yourself and releasing and letting go. I mean, we do have a release card, but control is actually understanding of thyself. And start doing grounding work of yourself and knowing yourself and be more aware, having self-awareness. When you start having self-awareness, therefore you start learning about yourself and what's triggering you and what's bothering you and what's affecting you. If you know what's infecting you, therefore, that you got to release it and let it go. Because you know you do not have any control of that situation. What did I say? Stop being a Superman or Superwoman to somebody who does not even control their own situation or control their own problems. And you need to realize that. You need to realize that. That you need to stop helping a person who cannot even help themselves or try to help themselves. Because it's overwhelming. It's draining you. Because you're not meant to be in that situation. You're not meant to be part of that situation. You need to realize that. Because this is somebody who's trying to place these emotional burdens onto you, but it's not meant for you. You need to let that go. You didn't sign up for that. So, this is the end of this reading. I'm going to end it right here. But if you would like a personal reading, you could actually reach me out on Instagram, DW Psychic Reading, and you can also contact me on TikTok, Ganesha Girl number 9. But I do thank you for taking the time and listening or watching this general reading or Universal Dispatch. And I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful, beloved week.